I keep hearing noises in the walls, all on the floor, like creep sounds. I'm already feeling scared. I just get so tired of just being at home and dealing with this shit. I'll be so glad when I can move into another place, a different apartment unit. I'm not like where I'm living at. I don't like the neighborhood, and I definitely don't like this apartment unit that I'm living in. I'll be glad when I find something else that I feel comfortable living in and being at. But it's so hard to come across something that you want and looking for, especially in the city of Milwaukee, because they always talk about they don't have much when they really do. And they want so much for rent, which make me mad because shit, rent should not be that damn high. How they expect people to buy food? You know what I'm saying? Do the little things that they gotta do. Put gas in their car, buy certain things for themselves. Like, how the fuck? I mean, they don't even be caring. They just be making rent so high. I'm trying to spare time. I ain't trying to go to bed that early because I got a feeling I'm going to end up waking up out my sleep and having to go through something where I feel like I'm going to end up catching another rodent on a sticky mat. But this stuff is starting to happen rapidly. It's like becoming an everyday thing. Or it's starting not to become an every once in a while thing no more. It's starting to become an every week thing. That's why I feel like I gotta get up. It's best if I just pack up and move out this apartment unit and move into this apartment building, because I think my apartment unit is infested with rodents. So I'm trying to spare my time. I said I'm gonna try to go to bed tonight at 9:45. Try to take a little nap. Then wake back up. Wake back up and do a check around my apartment unit. Make sure it ain't nothing on the sticky mats and stuff. And then try to spare some more time by staying up watching a little bit television to get my mind off what's around me and stuff, because it's scary going through this, and it's uncomfortable because I don't know if them things could have coronavirus on them. They can have bugs on their fur. They can end up trying to scratch me or bite me. I mean, who knows? Some things could be infested with something. They already infestation, but I just don't like talking about it. I should have numbered the video so people can know that this part 2 of my Gangstalking harassment. Apartment units part 2 video. And today I was sitting in the living room and I had got a knock at the door. And I'm like, who will be knocking at my door on a weekend? And I couldn't wrap my head around it. And I'm like, my family members is at home. My friends and stuff is at home. So who is this knocking on my door? And I was like, who is it? And it was the pest solution guy. And it was crazy how it happened all out the blue, like all of a suddenly. And I ain't even get no 24-hour notice or no phone call. He just popped up at my place. And he caught me off guard. And he was like, oh, was you the young lady that was making a complaint about a da 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 da? Basically, he was saying rodents. And I was like, in my head, in the back of my head, I'm like, shit, I was going through some rodent problems, but no. But then I had agreed. In my head, I'm thinking that. But I had told him, I was like, yeah, I'm the young lady. He was like, oh, okay, you don't mind if I come in and try to see what's going on? I was like, oh, no, I don't mind. And then he got to, like, talking to me about, what he's here for. And I was like, oh, okay, agreeing to everything he was saying and stuff. And then he was, like, starting to help me out. And I was explaining to him how many times I caught a rodent on the sticky mat in my apartment unit. And he had pulled out some type of, like, rodent trap device thing that he put poison in, and they supposedly find it or go in it to get the poison and eat it, and then hopefully die outside. And he put it, like, right next to my refrigerator on the side of it. And he helped me move my refrigerator out the way and everything. So I told him thank you, because usually time it's hard for me to move my appliance out the way and stuff. So I told him thank you. But he was like, this what kind of threw me off, and I kind of thought it was Gangstalking harassment. But he was like, oh, you don't mind if I come every Saturday and come check the traps and stuff and put down new traps and stuff. And in my head, I'm like, no, I don't really feel comfortable with you being in my unit while I'm gone, or anybody being in my home while I'm gone, because I don't like people leaving my apartment unit door open while open and stuff while I'm gone. And I had agreed, and I was so stupid, y'all. I had agreed. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't mind. He was like, okay, good, because I have a key. I have a key to get in here every Saturday. And I don't think he gonna come every Saturday. I think he gonna come like every other Saturday. But I wish I never agreed for him to just come over my apartment unit and to come over my home every Saturday uninvited like that. Well, not uninvited, but like popping over my home every Saturday and opening my door, leaving my door wide open, because I don't like that. Other tenants can be, I don't know how other tenants could be like, but I don't want nobody taking pictures of my apartment unit while I'm gone, while my door popped open, I end up burping, y'all, excuse me, while my apartment unit door is wide open, because that's what I think that's what I think might happen. I think he might come over and he might have my apartment unit door all the way open while he in my apartment unit, put it down like traps, or checking the rodent traps. And I think it might be somebody in the hallway, in the apartment unit the apartment hallway, and they might want to look out the window next to the where my apartment unit at, and they might say, oh, I didn't know, her apartment unit was nice like that. Or they might just take pictures of my apartment unit. So I'm kind of worried about that. So I said I can't wait until Monday, because I was going to make a phone call to the property management and to the person that owns this building. I think that's them that I'm calling. I don't know. But I was going to call somebody over him and just explain to them that the pest solution, one of the pest solution guys came over, and just explaining to them that, no, I do not want that. I want to be called before they just come over my apartment unit like that. And I want them to verify me first before just coming over my apartment unit like that and just opening my door like that. I want to be informed. I want to be given a 24-hour notice. I want them to call me when they do enter my apartment unit, so I can direct them and tell them what they should do, because this could possibly help help stop rodents from coming in my unit. For one, my door should not be popped all the way open. So I was just so stupid and dumb for just agreeing with him. So I wish I can just call someone now and explain my situation, but I can't. But I thought that was kind of like gang stalking, harassment a little. I thought that he was being used by my enemy to just pop over my place all of a suddenly, like, and catch me off guard, to have me agree to what they want to do to me, because they already know I be gone on the road a lot. They know I don't be at home that much. They know I be out and about sometime, or I be away from home, taking care of things. So the gang stalkers know that. So that's why they trying to get underneath my skin and bother me and bully me by harassing me through certain people. And I'm trying to do this new thing where I just keep my apartment unit clean. Even though I'm dealing with rodents, I try to just, keep my apartment unit clean and keep the bed sheets clean and all that. But but these people that work for Pet Solution, they just don't they just don't deal with rodents. They deal with bed bugs too. They help out with bed bugs. Like, they go to people's homes that have bed bugs or is experiencing bed bugs that need help out of a bed bug situation. So I just feel like he going to home and then come to my home while I'm not at home is not really a good thing that I really want to happen, because I really don't know if he could be what they call that. I don't know if he can be carrying something on him to where it might fall on my apartment unit floor, and I'm not at home to take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I usually vacuum my floors whenever I feel that they need to be vacuumed, and I usually do wipe downs where I wipe down my tables, stands, and everything. Spray, let the windows open. I try to get rid of anything that is bad of air, bacteria, germs, bugs. I try to do what I have to do. But this guy is really giving me kind of a bad feeling, because he don't just deal with rodents. He deal with bed bugs too, because he's a pet solution. He works in a pet solution agency, and pets stands for like bugs. And rodents can carry pets. They can carry fleas on their fur and bed bugs on their fur. So I can understand why they have him doing that job and he wanting to do that job or working in that job field, because it's kind of the same thing. You run into the same thing almost. But so far, them rodents that I think be in my apartment unit, I be cleaning up behind their asses. Yes, I be cleaning up behind their asses. And so far, I haven't had any bed bug experience so far. I mean, I have in the past, but so far I haven't, came across a bed bug. And I'm hoping I don't. But I definitely don't feel comfortable with this man coming over every Saturday or every other Saturday with the key to my apartment unit and coming in my apartment unit, checking on the rodent traps and putting down traps. Because I already have sticky mats down all over my apartment unit. I have one in my bathroom. I have one in my living room. I have a few in my kitchen. I have a few in my bedroom. And again, like I was explaining to you guys in the other video, I think I had explained that I stay in a 1-bedroom apartment. So it takes much to, put down when you're dealing with rodents. But I have enough down to help secure me when I'm sleeping at night or sleeping during the day, or just something to help me feel safe and comfortable until I can be able to move out this apartment unit and apartment building. I think what he needs to do, instead of too much focusing on my apartment unit, because it's like we're going around in circles. You know what I mean? Okay, you put poison down. I put sticky mats down, and I put poison down out of my pocket. I feel there should be more done. I I feel like they need to get a exterminator out here to find out what's really going on. Because he mentioned today when he knocked at my door, he mentioned something about that he is an exterminator. And I was just thinking to myself, like, you are not an exterminator. You kind of like a exterminator a little bit, but you're not a exterminator. In my mind, I'm thinking that. And I'm like, okay, you the pest solution guy. You work in fields that's something similar to what exterminators probably do a little bit, but he not really a exterminator. Because a exterminator would have asked me, okay, where this is happening at, where you start the rodent at, oh, in the wall. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start investigating. We're gonna open up this wall and see what's going on. That's a real exterminator right there. A exterminator would have pulled up the rug and find out what the hell going on underneath that rug. Because I had experiences where it felt like something was crawling underneath the rug, and I had experience where I had to seal up my rug clever space because it was kind of like a hole right there, like a little space hole, like a clever gap space. So I had to seal that up with steel wool. So a real, one of them exterminator would have like took that whole thing up. I think a exterminator would have like looked with his flashlight and say, hey, yeah, this could be infestation going on in this area. Let's take the rug up or see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna watch some videos on tomorrow morning of video just about like how the exterminators do it, but I know how they do it because I watch like some videos how exterminators get down and how they handle rodents and how they get them out people homes and stuff. So I don't know, I'm just kind of stressed out, y'all. I'm kind of worried that this might not go too well because it's about to be winter time, and he talking about coming on a Saturday, every Saturday, and I gave him permission that it's okay for him to do it every Saturday with a key. I have my key. He was going to get a key from the office to be able to from the property management and the person that owns his building. He was going to get a key from them to do it every Saturday. But here's the thing. Is you coming in the morning? Like, this was just so off. Like, he caught me off guard. And I can't believe that I was not smart enough to ask enough questions. Like, okay, is you coming in the morning, in the evening? No, is you coming in the morning, the afternoon, evening, or at night? Because if you coming at night, late at night, bro, you can't keep my door wide open like that, especially at night. And it's about to be wintertime. It's already fall. And it's about to be wintertime. And you trying to come every Saturday while I'm not at home. Because I do be on the road a lot. I be gone. I don't be at home that much. And so now I'm starting to think now. Because if he trying to do that, I got a feeling he going to have my door open. And my door, I don't want my door pop open like that in the wintertime. Because sometimes rodents be all in the hallway, in the apartment hallway, like late at night when all the tenants, like when we all be asleep, they come out when it's real quiet and they like creep around and stuff. So yeah, I'm like, oh hell no, I'm staying up. The rodents, they know my schedule. They starting to know my schedule, and they starting to like know me and stuff, and I'm starting to know them. And I'm like, oh, they like to come out when it's like quiet. So I have to stay up. I'm gonna stay up at least to 9:45, take a little small nap, then get up at 10. No, I get up somewhere between 10 something, stay up, do a check my apartment unit and stuff, sit up, watch TV for a little bit. See how rodents keep people up, disturb their sleep. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do all that because like rodents is, I'm telling you, they is a handful. I don't want them to try to run over me in my apartment unit and do something to me while I'm asleep. So that's why I be scared. I'm like, hell no, I'm not going. So, and I said I might end up catching one tonight. because I put down some new sticky mats. I already had them, but I just never opened them. But I put down a much different one because I noticed I didn't get a chance to put no steel wood, in that little spot where my refrigerator is at or where the stove is at, and there's like a gap in the back of my stove. So I said, yeah, they probably squeezing through there to get in my apartment unit. And he was able to pull the stove out just a little bit, but not too far out. And I gotta get electric. So it's best if I do make some phone calls Monday, because we gotta get electric guy to come out here to unplug the thing in the back of the stove, so we can be able to pull the stove all the way out, so that I could be able to seal the gaps up with steel wool, so that they won't come inside my apartment unit. So, we didn't get a chance to really do that, because we need an electric guy to come out to unplug the thing. I could call the fire department to do it for me, but this is a rodent problem I'm dealing with, and fire department deal with only fire situations. They don't deal with rodent situations. But it have something to do with my stove. I need my stove to be unplugged for just a short amount of time. I need the thing to be departed from this thing in the back of my stove for a little bit, for a few minutes, until I can be able to seal the cracks and clever and gaps and spaces up in the back of my stove on the floor, because I noticed there's some gaps. And I said, these rodents can squeeze through that. And he said, yeah, I know. And he said, that, he's gonna be able to get them out. I think that's what he said. I don't know what we was actually saying, but definitely is a bad situation to be in, especially when it's around that time when it's about to start getting cold, because they try to look for places to be in, to come in, to keep them warm. So I have a heater. I have space heaters I have a space heater, and I be wanting it to be on to keep me warm, but can't really use it because I don't want to make it so warm enough to where the rodents is warm. I don't want them to eat in my home. I don't want to feed them anything. And I don't want them thinking this is a home for them, because this is not a home for them. I don't want to even make them feel warm and like home. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even like turning on my heater, because I want them to freeze to death to run up out my apartment unit. I even open up the windows. I open up the windows during the day sometimes, and I be having to sit with a jacket and a blanket on. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I'd be so glad when I move about this apartment unit. If I had a car, I would be apartment hunting like a mud, but I ain't got no car. I ain't got a vehicle of my own. I'm gonna try to reach out to some of my associates and friends and see if they can be able to help me, but they all work, and they be busy a lot. So it'd be hard for me to really like get the help I need. I know I can get on the city bus, but I don't know if y'all know much about me, but I could try to do that, but it's really scary to like do that, because I have fear of dogs, and I don't like standing for a very long time. Plus I have arthritis in both of my feet, but I don't like standing outdoors like on a bus stop for a long time, because I'd be too scared I might see a dog walker or a dog, and it would like scare me. I get scared. Well, basically what I'm trying to say, I'm scared of certain dogs. So that's why I'm scared. That's why I think it'd be best if I get transportation help, from somebody to go do this apartment hunting, so I can be able to get out of this apartment unit that I'm living in. But I did some apartment searching online, and the rent is pretty high in the city that I live in. So I don't know what I'm going to do. If you happen to be someone going through the same thing or kind of similar to what I'm going through, and you just want to move into a different apartment unit or a different apartment building or a different neighborhood, and you might have some resources or some information, please leave it below in the comment section, and I'll try to reply back to you guys as soon as I can. But yeah, definitely need some help in this area because my situation is not getting no better. It's getting worse. I'm getting to the point I cannot eat how I want to eat because I'm too scared that I might eat in my kitchen and I might see a rodent that might pop out and be looking at me while I'm eating my food. So on some days I don't even want to eat. On some days I be too scared to eat. I took down my hair just all over my head. I can't even comb my hair. I'm so stressed out. So much like stuff bad, it just keep happening to me, and then I just be so stressed out. I think I got 2 rodents in my room, or 1 rodent that just keep lingering around and trying to find its way out my apartment unit and out the room and out the apartment unit, but it can't because I done sealed up the holes. I done sealed up the holes in my room and the clever spaces in my room. But it's crazy because some clever spaces and holes and spaces is not even sealed up, I think, in my room, because the way the heater vent is made in this apartment unit, this heater vent that they built in this apartment unit, it got like gaps in between the spaces a little bit. So I think that's how they squeeze it in from outside of my unit to inside of my unit. And I can't even bend down and look underneath the heater to try to seal it up because I can't see nothing. I can't barely see nothing. So yeah, y'all, I need to go to Home Depot, Menards, because I need to get this thing that you can seal up. It helps you seal up, and it seal up and it just dry out into like some hard foam. I need to get that because I can barely see underneath the heater vent. I can't see the gaps, and I think that's how they get in. So I put all sticky mats down all over my room. And some of my gang stalkers was complaining about it. They said they didn't understand why I was putting down sticky mats, and they was like, that stuff costs. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna try to ignore it because these people do not understand what I'm going through in my home. And they was making a big deal out of it. And then they was talking about, oh yeah, how she gonna just throw that whole sticky mat away, and it's only one little tiny rodent on that sticky mat. And I just feel like that was just so wrong because I didn't grow up, with rodents in the home. So I'm not used to this. And I don't feel like touching a rodent off a sticky mat and throwing it in the garbage. Putting it in a plastic bag and throwing it in the garbage. Like, that motherfucker gonna stay on that sticky mat. I don't care. I'm just hope that God don't, God still bear with me and help me through this situation to where I can still be able to afford it, because I'm not gonna do that. Like, once that motherfucker God please forgive me for cursing, but once that dot gets stuck on the sticky mat, it's gonna get stuck on the sticky mat. It's gonna stay on the sticky mat, because I'm not gonna get it off. I'm not gonna get it off because that will be just more hell for me to deal with. And I could just like feel it. You can feel you touching it too, even though you have gloves on, but you can still feel you touching it, like something that, and them things run too. Like, no, once it gets stuck on the sticky mat, it's just gonna get stuck on the sticky mat. But yeah, the gang stalkers wasn't too pleased with me. They wasn't too happy with me. They was very disappointed in me. They was getting mad at me, talking about, oh, she shouldn't be doing this, she shouldn't be doing that. But they don't have to go through what I'm going through. They don't know how it feels to be in my predicament and in my situation. It's very uncomfortable. It's very and it's very uncomfortable. It's hell to be going through this. You expect to come home from a long day, get you some rest without hearing noises in the walls, and it's coming from a rodent. You expect to come home and not be able to see something run across your floor or see something stuck on your sticky mat, because it's good to keep sticky mats on your floor because you never know if you have them or not. You never know if you have rodents or not. I was just getting talked about really bad, and I just feel like that is just so wrong. Like, who want to go through this type of shit? But I definitely feel like this is just a setup. This is what they wanted from the start. You know what I'm saying? The Gangstalkers. They wanted to move me inside this apartment unit so I can go through this, because it seemed like everything was mapped out how they wanted everything to go. It's like I can never find an apartment unit where it's remodeled nice. I ain't got to worry about bed bugs, roaches, rodents. You know what I'm saying? Why do I always got to go through shit? I'm so tired of going through this. I'm so tired of having to go through shit like this. Why do I have to keep constantly being placed in apartment units that is ratchet as hell and not modeled right, not modeled and built right? Like, gosh, how much more can I take? Like, this is hell. Like, God even said in the Bible, I think Jesus or God, Christ, even said in the Bible that there are many mansions in heaven. Well, I want one. I deserve one, because all this stuff I have took on this planet, I about to have a mansion in heaven, because I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be very mad. All this stuff I have to go through down here on this earth, like, this is hell. Like, I could be eating a bowl of cereals and them things could just be standing around me looking at me while I'm eating my cereals. And I was just so, oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm losing my mind right now. But that is just so wrong. And they don't even care. They act like they care, but they don't really care. If they really care, get a exterminator out here. A exterminator. Tear this shit up and find out why is these things coming in our units. Why is this stuff coming in my unit too? Like, why is this even happening? Not tear it up, because that's what the rodents doing. They biting through the walls and stuff and tearing the wall. That's why I don't like them. That's why I do not like them. When they get stuck on the sticky mat, I just let them get stuck on the sticky mat. I just feel like a exterminator would have probably done more. A exterminator would have done more. Like, outside the building got cracks and holes. Who would want to live in this building? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, no, I would not want to live in this building. Like, but people spend their money on what they want, you know, or what they can afford, you know, at the moment. So I don't want to be like the Gangstalker that's criticizing me about the sticky mat. I don't want to be like that. People sometimes, you know, work around their budget and get what they can afford, and get what they can, you know, get. Because you never know what a person's situation might be like. But I just feel like this apartment building is very ratchet. It's very a ratchet apartment building. It needs to be. And I tell the property management, and I don't care if he evict me and kick me out, because I don't want to live here anyway. I don't even want to pay them my rent. I feel like that rent should be my rent. I feel like that rent should be my money, and I should be using that money to move out this apartment building. And the property person that own this building, I don't care. I'll tell them too, like, this ain't right. This is not right. This is a ratchet building, a ratchet apartment building. And I think they know already. I don't know if they know already, but I don't know. But yes, it should have been more done in this apartment building. Like, damn, like, well, it ain't a ratchet apartment building. It became a ratchet apartment building because people stopped caring about it. Like, the hallways needs to be clean. When the last time the steps got swept down? Okay. The hallway floors need to be swept and vacuumed. It's about to be fall. Well, it's fall now, but it's about to be winter. Like, the apartment hallways needs to be clean. Constantly need to be clean. We need a cleaning crew out here to clean down the basement steps. The basement needs to be clean. The basement floors need to be swept good and mopped with steaming hot soap water. I mean, if they need somebody to help them clean, they need to speak up, because I don't mind. I don't mind cleaning. Like, I don't mind, especially where I lay my head at, where I'm staying at, just to help keep them things out. If they need some help with cleaning, because I don't mind helping. But yeah, because them things nasty. And I feel like that man, he needs to do more. I don't want him to be too focused on my apartment unit, because I'm doing my part too by keeping everything clean when I eat, clean up behind myself. You know, I try to keep that up by cleaning behind myself or as I go. But I make sure I'm cleaning behind myself. And I just want him to do more. I want them to do more. I want them to fill in the cracks and holes and clever spaces and gaps outside the apartment building, so that whatever is out there won't come inside the apartment building. They need to be doing this during the day, like early in the morning, not too early in the morning, but like at a certain decent morning time. And I seen patches on my wall, like somebody then open up the wall to get something out, then patch the wall back up. I just seen that on my walls in a few spots in my apartment unit. So I already know something must have happened in this apartment unit. Like right now, I don't hear nothing in the walls, because they hear my voice. They hear my voice. Them Rhodians hear my voice. So they all quiet right now, and they just listening. But soon when I go to sleep, that's when they want to come out. When it's real quiet, they want to come out. But yeah, the cost of living is real high. It's real high in these days that we are living in. I hope that I'll be able to find something though, because I do not like where I'm living at and staying at. It's very uncomfortable. I feel like a lot of my gang stalkers play a lot of big role in this. I feel like they knew from the get-go how everything was going to turn out to be. I feel like the gang stalkers want this to happen to me. They want me to be sitting up here hurt, stressed out, worried, scared, and going through this. They want me to be dealing with Rhodians. Like, just like how they wanted me to go through bed bugs, they want me to go through roaches. And I just be so hurt. A lot of people lost their homes, and I still have my home, but I'm going through a Rhodian situation, a Rhodian problem, a Rhodian situation where there's Rhodians in my apartment unit, and I'm catching them on my sticky mat. I'm catching a few of them, like some of them on my sticky mat, on the sticky mats I have on my floor. And I had one gang stalker that was talking behind my back, and it was like, well, what if she didn't have the sticky mats? Then would she be complaining about she got Rhodians? And I just feel like that was so wrong, because no matter if you don't have sticky mats on the floor, they can still come out during the day when you eating breakfast or eating lunch or eating a dinner. That's why it's good to have sticky mats, because you just never know. Like, who want them things all in their refrigerator, all in their stove, all on their counter space, licking all on their dishes and stuff? Like, who want to go through that? So that's why it's important to have sticky mats. And these gang stalkers was trying to sit up here and make me feel so down. And they not even going through Rhodians. They don't have to go to sleep and be scared, worrying about if a Rhodian is going to come in a bed or scratch them on the face while they sleep, or lick them on the face, you know what I'm saying? Like, rodents is like that. Rodents is real nasty. But yeah, y'all, I didn't said so much. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because it's long. Yeah, I don't even think they'll let me post it, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I just wanted to talk about my situation because I really feel like I'm going through gang stalking harassment.